Yeah, no, I'm not giving myself any binding still. O gods of Howlnest, graciously de-open the way to this greatest of pantheons. Thy voices grow closer and thy resonance draw us ever higher. Pray will we, attune will we, until that spark of divine light shines from the deepest darkness. Darkness. Oh hey, it's you. Double damage, double the fun. Ow. Damn it. Okay, cool, we're done. Lost kin, yeah. Really, the hardest thing about this fight is that there's more ghosts that appear. Really, that's it. Damn it. Yeah, and because the ghosts appear, you don't have much time to heal even when he's stunned. Or it's stunned. To really be specific about what the kins and the vessels are. Ah, damn it. There we go. Oh, you no eyes. I find it funny that it's actually in the toughest challenge that you find no eyes, because no eyes is very frustrating to fight. Even though it has literally no attacks and it just summons Medusa heads to do its handiwork. Perfect. Fully healed. Yeah, it doesn't have that much health. Mantis, the Traitor Lord. It is technically a Mantis Lord, but it's called a Traitor Lord because it betrayed the actual Mantis Lord. Anyway, the Traitor Lord always gives me tons of trouble back when I first fought it, and even now, I don't have that much practice with it. Ever since the DLC that upgraded strategy, that is. Ow. Oh, you're a surprise right there. It was actually really easy. Really? White Defender? Okay. I mean, we did fight Zot, but technically speaking, Zot, not much of a challenge. Also, I should really play more carefully. As I say, I should play more carefully. I keep doing mistakes. Really? It's confusing me. Right as soon as that ended, I was guaranteed the damage, and I lost. Damn it! Okay, I was playing way too carelessly against the White Defender. I thought he was like almost dead, but nope. He had a lot more health than I expected. Okay, good. He's not that tough, but I had to play a bit more carefully against him. He has a lot more health than I remembered. And this is where I get a full refill. So I should be getting tons more new bosses very soon, because I'm pretty sure we've gone through most of them yet. Failed Champion, yeah. Failed Champion is very obnoxious. I have tons of practice with him, so... Like, the Failed Champion is definitely the boss that I think that, like, feels most artificially difficult than its standard form. The double damage and the increased speed make this boss so much tougher than it was in its first incarnation as a False Knight. You have all the time you need to heal when the weak point is revealed. Oh wow, really? Well, yeah, to be quite frank, it's the first phase that gives us the trouble. Now we should be fighting Soul Tyrant right after this. Nope. This one, yeah, there was Markot left. Another boss that really suffers to the Holland Ring. It's a moth, by the way. I always found that to be interesting, that the Markot is a moth. I think there's another moth that you fight in the resting ground as it goes. It's interesting because it makes the Radiance not this one, not one gender, but one race creature that you fight to beat the game with. The Radiance is not the only moth you fight in the game. There's actually quite plenty. Some of them are nice. Oh, the Watcher Knights, yeah. The Watcher Knights are a challenging boss. I'm gonna have to fight 6 of them, by the way. No skipping one by starting the fight before, not starting the fight, but breaking a Chandelier before starting the fight. And if you're too slow, you start only fighting one, but if you're too slow, another one will come up to fight you. Damn it. Two left. Only one left, okay. I'm gonna try to heal while this is the only one left. Not that tough, but Watcher Knight definitely one of those bosses that really take casual players off guard the first time they have to fight them. And there's a Soul Tyrant. Damn it! Between Lost Kin, the False Champion, and the Soul Tyrant, I definitely like the Soul Tyrant the most. There's like a proper evolution in terms of difficulty. I don't know why I was trying to heal right there. Yeah, that was pathetic. Him just staying right there, that was basically just asking for me to just berserk him. The same thing can happen to the Radiants. Show reverence, O meager one. Show fear! To approach it, a great and terrible god. To its worldly body be bound and defiled, the glory of its pure form endures. Ruler of this pantheon, its endless power shall attune us to the one greater still, a god of gods. Meager one, dost thou imagine thyself the equal of this god? Dost thou imagine thyself made in its image? Thou assumest similar shape, and the deep echo within thee seems familiar. Ah, what thoughts are these? Thou sow blasphemies in our mind, wretch. Begone. We pray to the god of nothingness silence these forever. So it's gonna be the vessel. Oh, he says something different. Oh, bound one, thy silence nearly deafens us. Foolishly we feared thee, yet only by thine providence shall we find the one we seek, the god sleeping within. So it has to be the vessel, right? Yeah. Completely new design though. Pure vessel. Much faster too. New attacks too. It uses the Radiance's attacks. That's kind of cool actually. And it deals 2 masks of damage at once. Damn it! Ah! Okay, I'm gonna have to get used to this thing's strategy, but that's interesting! This boss is interesting. I'm gonna have to play very carefully though, because 2 masks of damage makes it punishing to deal with it. And I'm gonna have to fight all of the bosses again. Yeah, that attack right there, that's the one that's really hard to deal with, I feel. Yeah, because it comes out of nowhere so quickly. Ah, damn it! And that was a waste. Ugh. Okay, I think I might need to change my charms to be a bit more defensive. I'll make it a bit harder to get back to the boss fight, but I die way too quickly and I'm not used to the strat just yet. This attack! I have to get used to that attack, like seriously. Damn it! Oh, it's so fast! And I don't get to practice much with it because I have to go through the entire thing every single time I fail. I have to get used to that attack at least. I have to get used to its pattern. It's gonna take a long time. This is what, like my 4th failure? Ugh. Got more soul than ever. And I've got my quick slash strategy that basically involves just berserking the boss. But until I learn this strat, I'm not gonna beat them. Also, they have both arms. I just wanted to mention that, because people kept talking about how the Hollow Knight only has one arm. This one has both. Oh god damn it, this one keeps getting me. It's because the hitboxes are bigger than you might expect them to be. And I at least hit them once. Oh my god, that attack always gets me! It's so much harder than every other boss. But I'll get it eventually, don't worry. Damn it! Right there, I could have healed. Right here. Damn it! Oh, well, at least I managed to stun them once. So I'm making some progress. It's not enough, though. Damn it. Oh my god. I can never do this properly, can I? Perfect. Heal. Oh no, no! I can only heal like one mask. What? That was new! I never saw that before! Also, you saw what all the crazy crap that was happening? Oh my god, I'm only starting. I mean, I got this far now, at least. Okay, I'm post-commentary now because it took a lot of practice to get to this point and to actually succeed against a pure vessel. Word of advice, after you fight it for the first time, go to the Hall of Gods where you can fight all the bosses individually and practice there. In fact, do that for any boss you have trouble with, especially the new ones, because learning the pattern does so much to help you beat the bosses when you're doing the pantheons themselves. The most dangerous attack of the pure vessel is probably this one right here. The one where it teleports and then slams into the ground, because I believe it is the fastest attack, and you also have to avoid the pillars coming out of the ground. So that's probably the attack I hope gets nerfed, and nothing else. They actually nerfed its HP in the PC beta that was done a couple of days ago. I don't agree with that, to be honest. I don't think it has that much health. I just think that some of its attacks are just outrageously fast. In fact, there's one attack that I honestly think needs to be buffed. It's a long-reaching black tendril attack that it does only when it's like less than half HP. That attack is really, really weak compared to every other attack it has. This one, that one is kind of easy to deal with, and it's quite frankly just some free hits on the pure vessel. As far as dealing with some of its other attacks, the multiple dagger attack, just dash through it. In fact, shadow dash through all of its super fast attacks when you can. If you hit it when it's doing its counter, shadow dash through it. If it's about to do its free slash attack, shadow dash through it at the proper timing. The only attack you shouldn't shadow dash through is probably the dash attack. That one you should be able to react to and jump and pogo off of it for some easy damage. But yeah, that was me finally beating the pure vessel after like practicing in the Hall of Gods a couple of times. At least beat it on a tuned, but I would say practice until you can beat it on ascended. But unfortunately, it's not over. It is not the hard part. The hard part is the next Pantheon, which involves you fighting every single boss and they're in their ascended behavior. So, in case anyone are wondering what their ascended behavior is, it's when their layout of their arena changes to you have to go into Hall of Gods to really understand, but it makes 3 specific bosses much tougher than normal. Basically, Umu, the Collector, and Marcotte. I also want to say that Mamu and No Eyes are a bit tougher too, but not that much tougher. I don't know if they ever called Mamu. Well, whatever the case, that's for next time. Hope you've all enjoyed this video and have a nice day. Bye-bye!